weBLEED. I am your host, Jeff Grabowski, aka Zotek. Got our man weBLEED man in the house. That's kind of funny. We have our man weBLEED man. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's been a few weeks, so hopefully this stream is coming to live and sounds crisp, and hopefully the video feed looks good. So, hit me up in the chat, and of course, I'm pretty damn fluid, so this ain't perfect, and this is not perfect. So, we're here to have fun, but today we're actually going to talk about the crown. Yeah, what's the crown? No, we'll have to hang out, find out in just a few. Whoop whoop, what's up? What's up? All right, we're just gonna jump on Facebook here because this is fluid as fuck, and that is correct. There is no filter with this man, so hopefully everything sounds good. And yeah, we'll see. What's up? What's up? Yes, sir. All gravy, Christopher Davis. What's up, brother? Appreciate it, man. Let's give those things a like, a love, all that good stuff in between. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about, I'm just going to keep the comment section open here on the Facebook so I can see that. Today we're going to be talking about rookie mistake. It's all good. It's all good. No filter needed, man, to be... yes, true. Yeah, that's our boy back there looking pretty decent, and we are whooping today. But yeah, welcome everybody. I'm Jeff Grabowski, aka Zotek, founder, CEO of weBLEEDFPV.com. I see we got a bunch of people already in chat. We're streaming to two locations today: YouTube, of course, and on Facebook and on YouTube. And yeah, we're so. The joys of streaming, that is correct. And this is the only time I like. Sundays is the day that I get to relax, do what I want to do, not have to focus so much on boxing. We actually have quite a bit of boxing to do today. Thank you everyone for all those amazing, gracious orders that you guys have been throwing us. It's been getting really busy. Things are starting to ramp up. So yeah, weBLEED, WhoopHour with weBLEED is basically probably do an hour of just me talking smack and calling out companies and talking shit. And no. Maybe one day when we're a little bigger, then I could, start whipping that thing around and smacking people in the face. But yeah, no, we're out here just having fun. weBLEED was all about like connecting with the community and focusing on what you guys would like to see out there. Yeah, I always joked around. I started weBLEED because Tiny Whoop was the ultimate source to go to, and our man Jesse, we love him to death. It's challenging running a small business and growing business and being that magnet universe when you throw something on your website and boom, it's gone, and you're like, oh my god, how do I scale up and how do I grow bigger? So I'm like, God, there's a blue ocean opportunity out there, and that's what I did. I got a 16 by 33 clean, dry basement and high 8-foot ceilings in here. So I have converted my entire whoop area to flight into literally a retail store. So it's working out really well. I enjoy it. I mean, I got I'm very fortunate, luckily, to have two incomes coming in, and one income definitely helps out and grows the company. So this is this is the nature of the beast out there, and we truly appreciate you guys supporting us. And I know that there's a lot of up and growing companies out there in the FPV, but go back to the guys I've been in the ring here of FPV since 2018 was really when I first dalloped into it, and we had got weBLEED established by 2019, legally officially established. So big shout out to Mr. Errant Wind who literally forced and put the goggles on my eyes, and that was in 2017. He was like chirping in my ear, you better get in this because I definitely think that you're going to love it. So thank you, Sal, appreciate that. Always will remember that to this day. But what I'm asking and saying is that we need you guys out there, community, guys, girls, they, them, he, she, whoever. I don't care. But I want you guys to to spend your money with the guys that actually blaze those trails. And if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, 10 tell 10 FPV friends, especially for Tiny Whoop, tinywhoop.com. That's Jesse Perkins, and of course us, weBLEEDFPV.com. Jesse definitely paved the work for us to open up the door, and we've been working very closely with Jesse and the community since day one, and we're all about giving back. We see a lot of new pop-up companies, which is great, more competition. But the problem with our industry, it's such an infancy industry, and like it basically is diluting the community. It's diluting the products, and where's the loyalty in that aspect? So you're going to see a lot of pop-up companies out there. Always think of tinywhoop.com first, or us, and vice versa, but definitely throw it towards Jesse P. He earns it. He deserves it. He works his ass off. He opened up this entire industry for guys like me and the guys out there that are just pretty much, they think that they can do it better, which is understandable. You can do it better. And everyone, this is capitalism at its finest. But when it comes down to it, once again, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, tell 10 FPV friends for these companies out there. It's super important. This is how I feed my family. This is how I get to grow the company. So with that said, today is all about talking about the crown, and like, what is the crown? So the crown is something that I've been working on with some help in the industry. And let me just get into my folder here, because I should have had that done before. But I apologize if you hear the typing. I'm just going to log into my folder here. And log in here. So the crown is something that I've been working on for over a year with some help in the industry. And it's pretty important. I know that everybody has been focused in on the tiny, you could say 65 millimeter lightweight frames. And I started this project, this idea. I shared it with a few people, and eventually I knew that companies like Newbie Drone and Beta FPV are pretty much going to speed up that process and get it out there to the industry much faster than I could. We don't really have that kind of resources, but with us, it's going to be done right. And I do have that network in place, and I do know what I'm doing, and especially with understanding and connecting. My full-time job is industrial salesman, and I go out there and source products on a national, global level. So I do have this capability to connecting. Let me get to the crown. Here it is. So with that said, yeah, as you can see, I have my little camera here set up, and today we would like to just once again talk about frames, 65 millimeter frames. This is what we do. This is what we focus in on. Tiny Whoop segment, 65 millimeter frames for casual flight, freestyle, even racing. And of course, I'm definitely towards the racing side of the industry. I love the competitive aspect out there. Just being under that pressure and making sure that you go out there and get that W. That's important to me. From a competitive side, and then also the networking side is just being out there with all like-minded enthusiasts that love FPV, and they want to share that love of the FPV. And this is great. So it's really cool. And weBLEED is very unique company. We're fortunate that we have this background, have that education and experience. I've been doing in the construction industry for, I think, since 2007. That's 16 years. So next September would be start of 17, I believe, give or take. But yeah, math, 1 + 1 = 3, right, folks? Anyway, but yeah, the crown. We are today introducing the crown, which is a 65 millimeter whoop frame. It's a collaboration by weBLEED FPV and Fractal Engineering. Over a year ago, I approached Mr. Eves Fractal, and I'm saying, hey, you're a master engineer, and I would love to present an idea to you. I'm going to fund this project completely. It's all going to be on my dime, and I need your expertise, opinion, and your thoughts about reviewing the product and giving the okay approval. So I know my man has been working due diligent out there. We're up to, I think, 8 different materials that we have tested so far. We are windling them down. I have 4 samples that came in the mail yesterday, so I was pretty stoked about them. I don't know if I want to, name the materials because that's kind of our competitive edge, and I don't think everybody could assume what they might be. Um, there are so many different types of materials out there from a polymer standpoint, and yeah, we are pretty excited about doing that. But here, if we're going to go right to our hand view, where you see the scale here, we're just going to grab one of these frames. This is a Beta FPV. This looks like the original Meteor frame. Yep, 3.25 on the Meteor frame, 3.257 it looks like. So that's the original Meteor frame. This is a really robust frame. Sorry about the autofocus here. It's not probably going to do it, but this is a really interesting frame. Um, it's very durable. Excellent product. They've, without a doubt, commanded and demanded the industry's interest, and I've always had great success with this particular frame for racing aspects. I think it has that spongibility, that bounce back. So if it gets a kind of a fracture and it actually bounces back, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm squeezing it and it bounces back. So it's really good. I mean, like any type of product, they're called wear items. They wear out for a reason. So, but yeah, that's the original Meteor frame, 3.25. This is the brand new Air frame, 2.665. Yeah, 2.66. So the Air is a really nice frame also. It does feel, it's a lighter frame, no doubt. It does feel a little softer than the original Meteor frame. So that tells me that one, it's on the same similar blend. What they're choosing is a similar blend from the original. It also feels a lot softer. So you can actually take a polymer and change the hardness, change the softness, kind of on the scale. So there's a spectrum of this. So it's trial and error. This is why it's taken over a year to a year to kind of like start to finish. We're still in the sampling phase, so it's not like something I'm going to drop next week, but it's something I want to talk about because everyone else is doing it, and I actually have actual feel like in my hand, in my possession. So here is the crown, ladies and gentlemen. This is a material that I like. I'm not going to name the material, but it is not going to be the lightest frame in the marketplace. And I don't want it to be the lightest frame in the marketplace because I already know and I'm already seeing and feeling what's happening out there. And you guys are going to see this too with the light frames. There's going to be a lot of PID tuning going on, but there's also a lot of flexibility. What's going on with these super light frames is that when you decrease the actual weight of these based on our existing equipment, you're actually changing the flight characteristics. Thank God for Black Box and some amazing pilots out there that are already reporting back. And it's not as consistent. I do love these still to this day. Love the Meteor original frame, and I think it's phenomenal. But here is a product that we will be coming out with hopefully soon, hopefully this year. If not this year, definitely right around Wootopia. Is that my stomach growling? Yes, because I am fasting right now. And yeah, so yeah, too much residence is not good. And that is correct there, 8-bit, for sure, man. And that's what I'm kind of seeing out there. So there is my first go around with this material. I won't say what kind of material that is, but that is 2.94. That's actually pretty respectable. It's lighter than the original Meteor frame. Of course, I'm not gonna lie. I built this off of an original Meteor frame because that's the best out there. There's no doubt about that. Changed the structure of the frame itself with some help, and myself and Eves both came to the conclusion. I always have trouble with concrete floors, gymnasium floors with turtle mode. Even with the right, right settings, I still have struggles where I'll just slide across the floor. So both of us, Fractal and I, at the same time, where it's like, yo, I want a crown developed on this because I want the crown to like have a little picking point to help you with the turtle mode aspect. So there is the crown effect, and you can kind of see it. I'm trying to get it at that right angle, and you can probably see that right there. So there's the crown. We have 9 pieces, which I call. Let's see if I can get it this way. There you go. Here's the crown. So yeah, it's a lightweight racing frame. It's actually not a. I don't want to say racing frame. I want to call it a multi-purpose frame. Maybe for casual flight, freestyle racing. It's the all-in-one. So we're just out there, just watching, listening. Yeah. So this is watching, listening, and just learning from everybody else out there in the industry and what we can do. And of course, me being in the construction industry, I do have thermal molded injection companies all over the world. So it was easy for me to pick up the phone and, one company we actually do quite a bit of business with. So it was pretty awesome saying, hey, I got a project for you. And it's completely different than what we normally do. So, in my industry, the construction industry, it's all about decreasing downtime. Downtime is super critical. So we'll take an existing product and figure out a way to improve on that existing product to increase the longevity. Same thing applies with the crown. Same thing applies with the crown. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to take an existing product and improve on it and add some key features, but also have have it slightly less than the original media frame, which I achieved that goal. Now we're still in the process of trying to figure out which would be the best material to use. As you can see, the original media frame is 3.25 grams, and the crown at this point, as it stands, is 0.294. Now, that's just one sample. Let me go dig in my bag of my bag of my frames here. So here's another sample. Unfortunately, this one failed. Not from a weight standpoint. Nothing, like I said, it's not all about being weight. But this material, as you could see, and our mold is absolutely like flawless. Like there is no flash, there is no imperfections, there is no residue standpoints. But this frame failed. Because of that. See, folks, the most important thing about testing is understanding what you're capable, what the product is capable of doing. So, of course, I won't name this material, but I wanted to try all different types of materials to understand, what is truly the best, best material for the best application. This one completely failed. As you can see, one hit and the thing would be just fractured and blasted. So, once again, I dropped it on rookie. Hopefully you didn't see that name. No. So yeah, no, I got a bunch of these samples. So my guy sent me a ton of them. But as you can see, it's kind of more of on a milky white, darker side. Oh, the light is probably not the best, but if I go to this guy, see, it's a darker milky white, almost like, I want to say like a milk box, but this stuff is so brittle, so fragile. Gone. How pissed off people would be if they bought a frame that lasted like that. But it's just fun. We're out here having fun. We're just trying to see, what works, what doesn't work. Hey, once you have a mold, you could, you could have a lot of fun and you could goof around and so forth. So that's one material. Yeah, go ahead and hit those like buttons, folks. Yeah, help spread the word of weBLEED FPV. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, this is an interesting material that we had selected. Once again, there is a massive amount of polymers out there in the industry that you could acquire to use to make any type of structure. As you saw, there was a couple videos we posted with oh my god, what do you want? TPU. There's no way that we're going to bring TPU to marketplace. Not today, unless it's double dipped technology where you have an actual an ectoskeleton of like the material that you chose, and then somehow you could dip that in some sort of like TPU, give it that rubber. But in theory, it would be too much weight and so forth. So once again, this is another one that we have chose. Different type of material. This one's 3.14, so it's definitely lighter. Again, my testing, when it comes down to testing, is, you notice that this one didn't break, but it doesn't bounce back. So to me, this would be almost like milk jug, like your milk gallon containers. It's that type of material in there. So make sure you cut this and save the whales, folks. So as you can see, like the ability of the material to bounce back is there is no bounce back. So yeah, so this particular material does not have the ability to bounce back. It doesn't break though. It doesn't break. But from a bounce back standpoint, it is definitely, it's pure shit, because good luck trying to tune this thing after you have a crash. Maybe if you change the hardness level of this material right here, this we'll call it the milk jug material. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it has potential, but it's not something. It's kind of heavy too, though. 3.15. So yeah, I mean, that material. I don't know about that material. It has potential, but it's not the greatest to kind of mess around with. But going back, I have one more to show you. Oh, that's the original 2.94. Introducing the crown right there. That is the base. That will be the flagship. Right now, that is the material that we might go with at this point. I still have one more here to show you. But are you ready to take your FPV Tiny Whoop adventure to the next level? Look no further as we proudly present The Crown, a groundbreaking collaboration between two renowned community leaders, Zotek from weBLEED FPV and Eves from Fractal Engineering. These FPV enthusiasts are thrilled to bring you something fresh and innovative, designed to revolutionize the FPV Tiny Whoop community, The Crown. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I took marketing and all that good stuff. Yeah, no, but we're gonna have when we get to the point of testing, we'll have some samples out there to throw around. But yeah, I think between Fractal and myself and a few other key players out there, when we bring it out to marketplace, it will be ready for the marketplace to destroy, have fun, a sellable finished product. So, some key features about the crown is a minimum prop obstruction. As you noticed, we did change it. The prop supports going to a 3-prong support system. And the reason why we thought to do that, with there is backing to this, is the crown sets a new standard in FPV world with its ingenious design, offering the lowest prop obstruction frame in the game. So obstruction of airflow is very important, especially from a black box tuning standpoint. So it was kind of critical that the less of the obstruction. So if you go to an original beta frame, you have 6. So we want to allow as much of that air to get up without like splintering and spreading apart. So we'll see. So far so good. From initial test runs about the flight characteristics, I think that you guys will notice it more of a level playing field out there. With the crown effect, there we go. The crown effect this goes to our motor protection with minimum height. So this actually, these little crown tips right here, as you could see, they're designed to actually protect your motor. So we understand the importance of keeping your precious motor safe. The crown provides extra height to shield your motors without adding unnecessary weight. To a certain degree, we are still below the flagship Meteor, so we win there. So that's a key point right there, folks. So, this perfect balance ensures your whoop remains agile while offering superior protection. That is a critical feature. In sales, it's all about the feature, the benefit, and the sizzle. And to me, that's a sizzle right there, folks. And of course, if you want to be one of those, cautious guys out there with the weight, and you could actually cut the tips, the crowns off. It's actually 0.08 weight savings. So yeah, what, 293? I mean, come on, it's like we're splitting hairs at this point. But I do love the crown feature. It's pretty critical. Yeah, there's a little slimness there. Folks, if you're on Facebook, I have I'm seeing all the comments live from the YouTube. It's just the way that I only have 2 monitors. I wish I had 3 monitors so I could split everything up, and I'm kind of blind anyway, so I need as much light as possible, and it's pretty dark in here. Yo, what's up, weebly man? You chilling? He doesn't talk much. He just, I think he's shy. Get a couple. You know what? If you go show up to Utopia, make sure you bring a bottle of Jack Daniels, and that MF and T starts rattling off for some reason. I don't know what that is. But to go back, once again, the key feature number 2 is the motor protection with minimum height there. So there's the crown right there. So, and of course, another key feature is enhanced turtle mode. Enhanced turtle mode. This is one of my frustrations. If you could see my floor, it's a smooth, glossy, a matte finished, smooth concrete floor. And it's actually smooth like ice. And I have a hard time when I'm flipped over, I can't turtle, and it'll slide. And sometimes you say, well, you don't have it, your motor's differential from front to back power. Trust me. Listen, I got the best guys in the industry that tune my whoops. And a big shout out to AK Anthony Knight. He's always been building my tiny whoops for racing. And that dude knows how to, program, PID, tune, all that shit, set the right rates. And for whatever reason, my floor, it's smooth like ice. There's no, if you look at it, there's nothing on the floor to actually grab. So this aspect is going to help, I hope, actually. No, it's going to help. But it's a cool little feature. And you know what? If everybody threw out the same whoop out there, the same frame, and what are you guys going to do? We don't want to be 100% copycatting out there, but that's the whole point about the industry is we take something that Eves from Fractal, we basically said, hey, these are some cool features that we could bring to the table and call it our own. And a huge thing that, to me, being a retail guy and being able to offer these products out there too, and I can't offer free shipping. 1, I'm too small. 2, I get hammered by all the other companies out there. If I want to buy product for them, I'm paying not only, yes, I do get a discount, but I get slammed for the shipping. So what happens is that if I don't embed the shipping cost into the final product of the price, then I get my ass handed to me. And I'm making, realistically, I think I'm making 68 cents per Meteor frame. How the fuck can I survive? And how can I produce, how can I put food on the family for my family and pay the bills? It's not easy. And I know there's a lot of this competition out there, and it's difficult. This is just growing pains. This is the challenges of owning a business is that that's just the name of the game. So, in that said, it's just this actually can help us decrease some of those costs. I mean, I'm still going to be able carrying those frames, no doubt about it. It's just that when we get to sell our frame, it's like, 68 cents is just not, you can't do anything with 68 cents. That's when your shipping costs kick into place. So, it's just, it sucks. Yes, we're all in this together. We're all businesses. We all have to, respond back to banks or whoever you borrowed money from to run a business. So this is, there's reasons why that we have to do what we do out there. But yeah, so um, other side notes here regarding the crown. What did you right here? There we go. Other side notes regarding the crown. The crown is available in a range of vibrant colors, allowing you to personalize your whoop to your heart's content. Whether you prefer the sleek look of clear, the fiery energy of red, or the regal touch of purple, there's a crown frame that suits your style. Join us in the FPV revolution. Experience unparalleled performance, protection, and style with the crown. FPV 65mm whoop frame. Elevate your FPV game today and fly like royalty. Get your crown now and rule the skies. In a couple more months. But yeah, I wrote that silly marketing stuff, but actually I had help with, of course, I won't say who, but I definitely had some help. But that is, hey, marketing, man, you got to sell your shit, right? There's only so much that I can do. No, we need to see the purple. We need to see the fiery red. My goodness, do I have? Let's see. Do I have? Where is that? Can I do that real quick? I do have something to show you. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see how fast I can do this without messing up the stream, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a year. Once again, this is a collaboration product, the crown. 100% fully funded by weBLEED FPV, myself, every single penny. And, I'm working very closely with our man, Eves, from Fractal Engineering. And it's been a long journey for us. And I'm really excited that we're getting closer and closer to bringing this to marketplace. And where is master folder? So I have so many computers and it's hard to find where I put all this stuff. Sometimes, it's best to be prepared. Man. Shit, that's what I'm saying. There we go. See, I actually have, let's see. Where is my screen? There you go. And there is our artwork for the crown. We're going to first start hitting, of course, we're going to do clear, red, and purple on the first run. And that is our official artwork, and this is what our box is going to look like. And of course, you're going to get the crown in there, and that is our art. So if you have been purchasing any product from the weBLEED FPV site right now, you've noticed that you've actually been getting the crown artwork as one of your stickers. So yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Thanks, Chris DZ. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, so it's pretty important out there, that we're all, working together. Small companies, like Fractal and weBLEED and Tiny Whoop, And you know, we do like to work together on the back end stuff of products and design to bring you nothing but the best, and that's exactly what we're doing here today with the crown. So let me just jump over here to main view, and go back to my hand view. So yeah, that was a little something something about the crown. What we like to do. So this is the first run. I won't name the material, but we do have one more here to show you, which this is actually a really good one. I am going to toy around with this material. It's I know it's crazy on the heavy side, but my god, it's pretty badass though. If I could get this to be softer material, this might be a just because it's heavy, but my gosh, it does not feel like it at all. There is, which is so it's crazy that it throws it off. This is super light when you pick it up in your hand compared to the original Meteor. I mean, you cannot tell the difference that it says, 4.7, 4.77 to what the 3.25, 3.2625. But yeah, this material is interesting. Let me see if I can, maybe this camera. Yeah, this material is interesting right here. So it's really really rigid, I would say. I mean, you could definitely flex it. um and I mean, I'm squishing it right here. I don't want to squish it too hard because I know that there's a weak point in this that breaks if I squish it too hard. But that's a good indicator that if I could find this same material, decrease the hardness, and then, it's flexible enough. I mean, it's rigid, no doubt about that, but it flexes. But this has the bounce back material. Like, this is what I'm looking for, the bounce back. See that bounce back? Critical aspect, high impact, boom. So you want it to have the material to have high impact, but it also, when it hits that impact point, it's not going to snap your support, and it's going to bounce back, and it's going to send the shock through the main structure of the frame, so it won't snap and break every single time. This material is heavy, but if it does, from testing standpoint, if it does like show up as like it's holding up really well, I don't mind, paying a couple extra more dollars for a frame that I know I'm going to get an extra 2 seasons out of. Which is crazy. You want to build an indestructible frame, then you're out of business. But I get it. Hey, listen, some people might be they might want to pay a like top dollar for a product that's not all about having to change the frame out every time you crash really hard, because then that's value added right there. You literally just increase the longevity of a whoop frame. So yeah, I'm super stoked about this material. And it bounces back, and it's rigid. So I can imagine that, not as much, I mean, it flexes, which is awesome. I don't want to flex it in one spot because I have an area where I know that it's breaking, but it's okay. I mean, this is what sample and phase is all about: testing, putting the equipment in there, flying it, and slapping it as hard as you can against that wall, and then look at it and, try to like look under the microscope and, so you could kind of see. I know Ciati just did a video, a stream not too long ago, where someone pointed out the fact that if you take your flashlight with the new airframes, you could actually, right out of the box, you could kind of see. I don't know if they're like pore lines or they're fracture, like potential fracture lines in them, but that's just thermomolded injection, or whichever way that you're, printing and processing and pouring, and there's all different aspects. When you take your frame, you could leave it inside the mold a little longer, or you could take it out quicker. It definitely changes the structure, the frame, the integrity of the material. So the pressure is huge important. How quick that, if you ever seen how they make thermal molded components out there, it's like pew, pew. or you got boom, 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 and it's just turning them out. So, but if these key things, if you keep them in there longer, in the mold longer, or if you at the higher temperatures or different pressures, it all changes the way changes the way the material like handles itself. So this is this. So I have on this sample run, we had 4 different samples of material that came in. I really do like this one. Yes, it's heavier, but it has huge potential. I can manipulate this stuff. It's not. This is easy. This is easy. All I got to say, hey, let's bring it down 2 times. I won't say certain words here, but you can adjust the mold. You can adjust the heat. You could adjust the pressure. You could change the hardness aspect of the product to get a certain different results out of different products. This is really good. This is a really good run. It's a little on the hard. What do we want to call it? I'll say the word toughened. We're gonna say toughened. I'm only gonna say wet toughened, but it's toughened all right, and it's pretty badass. So yeah, with that said, there's we have 2 options right now. We have 3, and I know I've been sending samples direct to our buddy Eves out there, and we're having fun, and it's a work in progress. But yeah, here is our once again screenshot of the crown. This is what the artwork is going to look like, and this is a direct collaboration between myself and Eves from Fractal Engineering, and we are super happy to bring you this. Yeah, it's a little premature, I don't. I mean, we're getting close. All I gotta do is once we fine tweak. I mean, we have a mold that's phenomenal. It's flawless. The 3D rendering aspect was phenomenal. That was pretty. We were pretty stoked about that. And this was all within my network of my networking, and with the assistance of Fractal, and tweaking the drawings and designs and so forth. So it's pretty expensive. If you guys think about it, you want to get into this, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure you have 10 grand right up front to start a project like that. I know it doesn't sound like 10 grand's not a lot, but trust me, it's definitely a lot. So yeah, let's just jump in on the chat here on YouTube, and just I apologize, and let's just a lot of comments there. Thank you, everybody, much appreciated there. So we got 8-bit in the house, and Athix, and Fresh Bread. What's going on? If you guys still here, what's up, Infinity Loops? What's up? What's up, everybody? Christopher DZ does it. Yes, yes, that is true. What is the purpose of the spikes? Spread. Yes, that is correct. Looking through these comments here on YouTube right now. Yeah, just catching up. Oh, so, what's up, Swifty? Swifty's in the house. DZ, Fresh Bread. All right, man. All right. Nah, we appreciate you guys all coming out and hanging out with us. And yeah, today was just a kind of weBLEED WhoopHour. Looks like we're going to be hitting that 45-minute mark. So at this point, we can talk about, I don't know, let me just jump over to Facebook and see if I'm not missing anything good over there. All right, big shout out to all of our Facebook comments over there. We got Christopher Davis over there once again. Chris DZ Davis, folks, if you just another soft announcement. I know he's going to be making his debut soon at some point, but Christopher DZ Davis used to work for and he's great friends with Newbie Drone, and I've always been looking for an asset within the industry to help me. Unfortunately, weBLEED is not my true full-time job. I would love to do this full-time. I just don't have, we're not established yet enough to get us. Yes, we've been doing it for 3 years, but it's been in such a slow, organic, step-by-step, baby step way. And we built up a great, company, and a huge amount of support in there. And I just needed somebody else out there for us. So Christopher Davis was nice enough to jump on board, and he's going to be working closely with the the industry, all different types with all different sectors of the industry, working with the community, and it's just great. Christopher's an amazing asset, a great guy. A lot of you guys know him. Well, back in the day, he worked for Newbie Drone, and we're just honored and so fortunate to have Mr. Christopher DZ Davis on our team right now. So super stoked about that. But yeah, we got Renko Boom over in the Facebook chat there. We got Mark Denson. Thanks for joining us. What's up, D-Mick? What's up, my man? Chewy Prado Jr., what's going up? Yes, Christopher, he said talk that shit. That was a while ago. But yeah, most definitely, man. Noah, thank you for joining us. Yes, thank you, Chris. And Jeff West, what's up, my man? Thank you. Yeah, we're super excited. We got a lot of things going on. As you can see, there's a brand new gate back there. It's our it's a brand new LED controller. You can check them out on our website. It is online right now. That particular LED controller, which is I believe is the SP116, something on that line. It's actually right to your smartphone. The app, that's my daughters right there. That's my little daughters. They're actually 13 and 10 now, and these were when they were little babies, but I love that shit. Yeah, there's this awesome app for that LED controller right there, and it is pretty amazing. It has over 180 features. You can control it from your smartphone. Actually, if I could, got the name of it first. Cancel, and where did I put it? Let's see. I have too many apps on my phone. I don't know where I've put the damn thing. But what the cool thing about that is that you could control it from your smartphone. You could change all the features on it, change the lighting. It has a silly name, and that's what's hard to find about the darn thing. I wish it was a lot easier to find. It's in one of my folders of many. I could probably scan the damn name of it. It's so weird. You think you would, something that important you would keep right in your main. Oh, there it is. It's a silly name. I gotta call him out for that. It's called BANLANX. Okay, whatever. No worries. But here, check it out. I'm going to change behind us. It has multiple colors. As you can see, it's already changing. Yes, it's the same sequence. And you could change the effect length. So I changed it to super slow. So let me do it that way. So there it's like it's going crazy. There is how many of these? There's one from 142. 142 different sequences. You could change the speed. You could change the color sequences. Of course, I have my saved as favorites. So that's number 4. That's number 11. That's number 20. There's another one. Now I have the effect. The speeds are up really high, so that's there you go. Do 50-50. So there's your speed. Lower that. So it's really cool that you could like customize. There's so many different colors there, and you could customize slow to fast, and that's a pretty cool one. So yeah, we had these LED controllers on our website, which is pretty awesome. They're SP116, I believe, and they have a little QR code on them, so that's how you download the app. I believe it's Android or iPhone. And those particular LED gates back there are our underground WhoopBLEED LED gates. So we're about to place our big order with our LED gate company. We're just going to go with Round on the first go. This is what he specializes in, the company that we work with for some time now. And those are definitely the right size for underground WhoopBLEED. Underground WhoopBLEED sized gates. So yeah, we have bungee cords connected to those. Of course, they'll be daisy chain capable, just like the little miniature ones that we've had for quite some time. And let's see, they'll have Velcro loops on them, little hanging loops on them, of course. And we're gonna just throw it out there. You're going to get 3 gates in the bag, none of all the bells and whistles like the other kits. These gates are much bigger, recommended for the underground WhoopHour requirements for gates. And so you get three whoop gates and a custom bag for same price, 99.99. So it's I think it's fair. It's a lot bigger gates here. You're not going to get all the all the accessories will be sold separately. I think it's just a lot of guys out there in the industry have the same connecting components that we stock. If you need a new one, not a problem. We definitely have them. Everything all stocked up, ready to go. We have we're coming out with a 10-foot long daisy chain cable now, on top of our 5-foot long daisy chain cable. So, which is awesome. So you can have 3 gates all connected up to one controller, and you'll have 10-foot long daisy chain cable. So each gate has a has the ability to connect to each other. And so we have 5-foot long daisy chains and 10-foot long daisy chain cables. So that's going to be cool. That's definitely going to be coming soon. Those were our prototypes. We wanted, I know aesthetically, I wanted to clean them up. The Velcro, I think there's going to be maybe 10 sections around the entire gate itself, and then there will be hanging loops also. Hanging loops are great. I really use bungee cords. I do have that on our website also. It's just smaller pieces of bungee that you could tie, and of course Velcro, which is pretty important there. Let me see if I can just bear with me. You're probably going to hear something. Shut the noise. Perfect. Okay, and let's just scroll down here. Just check out our YouTube chat channel. We got Rabbleworks in the house now. What's all going on, buddy? Rabble's testing out right now. Josh, I believe it's Josh Meldon Drones. He sent us one of those, controllers. God, I wish I suck sometimes at memorization of these. But either way, Meldon Drones sent us one of those really cool gimbal drones. There we go, gimbals. Yeah. And so Rabble, I sent him. Rabble's my local guy who loves to test. He's been actually in the industry, man, 2013, 2014, give or take, maybe even earlier. So the dude's been building all kinds of awesome stuff out there, and he really appreciates that type of stuff out there. And there's also, we got Christopher out there from Squid Sticks. So I don't know if you guys know, but there's a USB dongle coming for ELSR, and Mr. Rabble is also testing that particular product out there. So we got two cool products out there. We do get hit up a lot for some of this. Some stuff we work with, some we don't. It's just, once again, we're limited on funding, but we do have a great community structure here, and we do have a great platform. And yeah, if you guys are out there creating stuff and you want to bring it to the community, definitely hit us up. We're all about that, and we want to help you. And it's pretty important because a lot of guys, they're out there doing their thing. Even like Brandon Johnson with the prop popper, and Jesse with Tiny Whoop. I mean, there's a lot of collaboration going on behind the scenes, so which is pretty badass. So let's let's see, man. Drone Max scored a wreck weebly truckload of gates. So yeah, nice. Yeah, no, hey, much appreciated. Yeah, Drone Max out in Drone Max is New Mexico, and that's our buddy over there. There's really, I mean, our main dude, Dr. Ride. So Dr. Ride's huge into the industry out there, and I know every time we go to Wootopia, I'm hooking up my brother with Gates. So greatly appreciate that, Doctor. And I know Sean and all those guys out there, they're having a great time. And they're working their ass off. So New Mexico, that is correct. So let's see what else. What else do we have coming? Oh, screamers. Screamers are doing really well. We're trying to keep those or 0702 screamer motors. They're doing phenomenal. We're moving them along. We have another stock order of our lipos coming in, and I know if you guys are on our email blast or on Discord, I just kind of hit everybody up. United States Postal Service. I'll finish with this. U.S. United States Postal Service back in July 2023 had changed the requirements of transporting and lipos. So I, took it. It's pretty important because I noticed that the increased times. Normally, we're one of the fastest for ground aspects, but once they change the requirements to the label. It's still ground advantage. So once you buy that product, it's still ground advantage from a shipping standpoint, but the label on my end converts over to H. And H means that it's ground surface only. Now, there are different ground services out there, of course, and we noticed that there is a slight delay, a little longer. And we do apologize. It's not something, we're at the mercy of, these shippers out there. And it's just the nature of the beast. They want us to declare and identify the product a little bit better out there. So anytime glue, chemicals, any of this stuff has to have an H label, which means that they put it in. It's a ground service. It just goes on a different type of truck, and I guess it's a little slower. To me, that would have been like parcel select. So if you were on our site and processing and purchasing items and you wanted to go parcel select, that's basically what that is. But they still sell it as ground advantage. But the most important thing is on the website, it says, oh, yeah, you're going to receive your product in 3 to 5 days. That's not true. They have not, Shopify and all these other back end companies that are selling, these services, they haven't adjusted the stickers and they haven't adjusted the time frames. They don't know so they lumped it all under one umbrella, which sucks for everybody. So I highly recommend splitting up your orders. Unfortunately, that's going to be the nature of the beast at this point. As the holiday season comes and the whoop season comes, if you break something, I highly suggest, one, plan ahead, buy 2 or 3 extra packs, hold on to them, or you separate your orders. That is the only way to make sure that those important products are getting to you in a timely fashion. So once again, this is United States Postal Service definitely did change this in July. It's starting to be more enforced now as we push towards the latter end of the year. They gave everybody a grace period, so now I'm like, okay, we got to really kick it up a notch. I have been doing a lot of the upgrading the levels of the label to the H class and putting the right stickers on there. So I just want you guys to know out there, this is not us. This is just the, safer shipping ways for the industry as a whole. And that's just the nature of the beast. So plan ahead. Most important, buy a couple extra packs. Know that we're going to stock them. We're definitely going to hold and stock that inventory. Let's just plan ahead. Throw an extra box in there of lipos, and you are going to be okay when you need them. Honestly, we keep our levels high and fresh at all times, and it's pretty important. So, and thank you, for supporting us. And it's been a wild ride for us, and we're still going strong. We have a strong future ahead of us, and I'm super stoked to have Christopher DZ Davis on our team officially. So I can't really say I'm a one-man operation anymore. But as of, September 1st of 2023, I was a one-man operation. But now DZ's on our team, so we're two-man operation. But it's the whole weBLEED army. It's the whole weBLEED community. It's Jesse Perkins, Tiny Whoop. This is what makes the community what it is today. So thank you, everybody. What's up, Scooter Pie? And Props Off, no doubt. Check out Props Off, man. You guys are super helpful in the industry. Especially his, I would call his instructional, educational videos. He has a great way to deliver the message. He articulates really well. The quality is phenomenal. Not like this hokey dokey stuff, you know. But yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Micro drone cams next. Yeah, we're working on, let's see, micro drone cams. Yeah, we're working on cameras. Let's see, what are we working on? We'll run it. Let's see, what are we working on? I got God, man, I just made that post. Where did I make that post? Oh yeah, we have the, I think that was in Discord. There's a post I made in Discord where I like listed out the projects one by one. Oh, flight controller. Oh my god, how did I forget that? There is a weebly flight controller happening. We're working with one of a known company out in the industry. It's going to be exclusive to weBLEED, and we're super excited about that. So it's just something that was on my list. So we have our frame, flight controller, weBLEED barbecue sauce. Yeah, we like to change it up, and like I know like FPV guys want to stay FPV and stuff, but I enjoy the marketing and creating, you know, new apparel, logo, stickers, all that good shit. So, yeah, let's see. We got barbecue sauce on the books. We got the weBLEED undies. I'm trying to shoot for a weBLEED pajama party for Utopia. My God, it's so difficult. I've tried samples. I'm still waiting for another round of samples to come in. But you know, the you know, I'm a big dude, and I don't know. I don't want it to be so damn tight. So when I said extra large, you know, it should be an extra large. I kind of feel like maybe it was a large, you know. So either way, shit happens. What are you gonna do? You gotta let your junk have the needs to be breathable. The quality of material is pretty damn good though. I'm pretty stoked about that, but I wish it was just more at the right size. So casual. No doubt. Let's see what else was on that list. Maybe if I open up this word. No, you know what? Those boys in Infinity, they like to chat a lot. So it's probably like 400 texts behind. But yeah, there's you know, a camera that we're working on, flight controller, frame, new weBLEED barbecue hot spicy sauce. Let's see, undies. What else? Oh shit! How did I forget this, man? We have the tiniest micro cob LED lights right now on the website, not for tiny whoops. I mean, you can break them down 6 steps, 25 millimeters. There is 12 volt, 2.7 millimeter wide cob LED lighting. So if you want to light up your whoops, maybe for, you know, casual fun flight, freestyle, or even racing, go check out our website. We do have, just type in, use our search engine, the little search icon, that little round icon up in the top right corner. Just type in Cobb. You will see that. Pop up. We do have the wire for that, and we also have on order 5 volt, which is strictly for the tiny whoop sides. 12 volt is good for, like, you know, 2S, 3S, you could say, out there, you know. Yeah, that's just the nature of the beast. But it can be cut down. I've already tested it. It can be cut down. You can use a 5 volt, but it's definitely the 12 volt. So 3S, 4S, guaranteed. 2.7 millimeter wide. We have red and we have cool blue. So if you want to get your whoops or drones jazzy, check it out on our website. That's pretty or some people forget how to use the search, I think. Yeah, you know, that it's pretty important, because I do take the time to fill out the all the back end meta stuff, you could say. So if you go on the website and if you're looking for BT, go on the website right now, type in BT 3.0, and you will see all of the products that we will be bringing in. We should actually have those. Hopefully, the shipment will be arriving tomorrow, Monday. You will get an email saying BT 3.2 product line is here. So if you go on our website, use that little sight glass on the top right-hand corner of the weBLEED website, and you will see all. Type in BT 3.0, and you will see all the items that we will be stocking, supporting the Beta FPV's next adventure for BT 3.0. I think that's pretty important. It just gives you guys more ability out there. I don't want to say they're trying to change the plugs designs, and it's just, everybody's trying to make money, I guess, and that's just the nature of the beast. So we just have to have fun with it. Tune RC, that would be the shiz Athex. Let's see if the weBLEED FC is made by Tune RC. No, it's not by Tune RC. I will tell you that. We'll get to that point. I don't want to name drop right now. So far so good. I mean, we are literally at the phase of getting samples shipped to us as we speak. They would be this particular flight controller would be ELRS 1 to 2S. They have already been shipped out my 0702 Screamer motors to the engineering company that designed and they ran the motors with the flight controller, and everything seems pretty flawless right now. So we're really stoked about that. So robot is binary. Please don't cancel me. We don't have robots here yet. No, I wish. I wish I had. You know who does great job is Infinity Loops Heads. If you guys don't know, go check out his stream. It's pretty important. Infinity Loops Heads. Yeah, those guys. OG Dr. Love. They do awesome. You could check out our Discord server. That's pretty cool. That's where a lot of the crew and or family members of our community like to hang out. And I think that's it, folks. This was the conclusion of WhoopHour with weBLEED. I do want to stay on that 1 hour mark and a little over. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's hung out on the Facebook feed. I want to say thank you for everybody for hanging out on the YouTube feed. I am Zotek, aka Jeff Grabowski. Once again, thank you, Christopher Davis, for popping in and hanging out with us. And we will catch you next time. weBLEED, WhoopHour is pretty fluid. I try to get here whenever I can, and I have that window. And yeah, I just want to say thank you, everybody. Much, truly appreciate the support. When you see those new FPV companies, think of tinywhoop.com, think of weBLEEDFPV.com first. Think of Newbie Drone, think of Beta FPV before you start throwing your money at somebody that just came to the rink. I know everyone has a right to do that, and I know everybody has a right to support their local peeps out there, but we've been out here for a long time doing this. All that does is dilute the industry, especially that they want to get into the tiny whoop sector. There's a lot of companies out there that's going to throw a product on there and change the label and make it, oh look, we got something brand new. No, it's the same exact shit, and it just has a different label on it. weBLEED was very fortunate and lucky enough to be the first USA-based company with BT 2.0 in the industry, 300 mAh, and it's been, 2 or 3 years now going on? So think about that, folks. Big shout out to Newbie Drone. They were the first, in my eyes, to have the square folded PH2s. weBLEED came right in after with the 2.0, BT 2.0. Tattoo and I both, within literally the same, I would think within a month. But, us being a US-based, USA, we're talking, base company, we were the first ones to have a folded BT 2.0. There's a lot of other companies out there now that are pushing the folded brand of cells. They're definitely performing very well over PH2s, and we do need to come out with a new tech. Hopefully that will help us separate. But either way, think of these companies out there: tinywhoop.com, weBLEEDFPV.com, Newbie Drone. We greatly appreciate all the support out there. I'm going to sign off right now, and until next time, impromptu weBLEED hour. We'll see you there.